as this happens, we're also worried about the other leg, okay? We don't want him stepping the other leg over and creating issues for us. You're gonna take your two hands here, pull, and bring your partner's leg here to your hip. Even if you lose the position here and your partner pulls the knee free, that's your cue to get your legs out and you're back to safety. Clearing out the butterfly Ashi hook. Okay, so what are we talking about here? This is a very troublesome situation where your partner is, so we're here in a classic standard Ashi Garami, say we knock our partner down, and then we take this outside leg and we pummel it through and we create this butterfly hook. Okay, this is becoming very common in situations where people are attacking classic Ashi Garami and they can't keep the foot on the hip or they choose not to. This butterfly hook has a lot of great virtues, okay? One of them is that you can extend your partner and prevent them from crowding you. It feeds great into straight ankle locks and aoki locks. Okay, so people said I pronounced it wrong last time. Aoki locks. Feeds right in the aoki lock here where you're, you can start to again use this as extension and then lock up your partner's leg. Okay, so what happens when we're stuck here? Well, the main issue is when your partner starts to get this hook inside, they can use it to extend. You don't have a lot of time to defend this, okay? Sometimes it's very difficult to do quickly enough. But as your partner is going to work, okay, one thing that we can look to do is try to strip this hook out early. So as soon as we feel this go in, we're gonna take our hand and instead of just pushing down on our partner's heel, this is not that effective, is we wanna come back to the toes. You can go 4 fingers into the toes or come on in this way. If you can't get your fingers under your partner's toes here like this, you can take the meat of your hand, okay, right by your thumb, and you can just kind of roll it over to try to bend your partner's foot. So your partner wants their foot strong and flexed here, right? So like if you try to push it, it's not that easy. But if you take this part of your hand, you can roll against their toes and start to strip. Okay, as soon as this happens, we're also worried about the other leg, okay? We don't want him stepping the other leg over and creating issues for us. So we're monitoring this. You can V-grip down here at your partner's ankle, okay, or you can post at the knee, and then we need to take our leg to the inside. You haven't gotten rid of this troublesome grip on the ankle yet, but we need to manage the legs first. So we're pushing our partner's foot, and you'll watch here, it's gonna lift the foot. You can take your own foot and step and put it right on top of your partner's foot here. Now when he goes to replace that foot, it's difficult. We can push it and bring it in towards his hip. Again, we're not clearing out this initial attack, okay? The way that we're dealing with that is by putting a boot on so that it's not as easy to bend our foot. We're gonna put the boot on and we're gonna stand here on our partner's leg. When he goes to pull that foot out, of course, if he's sweaty and you're in like the later part of the round, a lot of times your partner will slip, so you've gotta be ready to catch the foot again. We step on it, keep it here. Now, if we can, we'll extract. A lot of times your partner will loosen their grip and you can pull the foot free here and retract. But if you can't, now it's time to counterattack. So we're gonna attack this leg. You're gonna take your two hands here, pull, and bring your partner's leg here to your hip. We're still standing on our partner's foot. We're gonna control our partner's knee and we're gonna rock back. As we do so, we're gonna pull and draw that knee up towards us, and now you can cast your top leg up over the top for a reaping position. He's still got this grip. You are, again, at risk. This is not an easy position to manage, so don't make the mistake of thinking that you're gonna have like 80% success rate. Here he's got the good grip, so we're gonna start to look to attack. If he doesn't move, a lot of times you'll get the finish, but oftentimes your partner will go from here into a situation where you've gotta roll through. Even if you lose the position here and your partner pulls the knee free, that's your cue to get your legs out and you're back to safety. So we have a situation that's pretty difficult here, but we do what we can. He's got his hook on the inside here. We've got to deal with it. We're going to clear the toes out here. Okay, we're monitoring this other leg. We're going to post, if we can, slip and take our foot and put it on top. If you can't get your foot onto your partner's foot here, that's fine. A lot of times you can pull your body right through into position here and begin to go into your counterattacks, exposing your partner's heel. Anytime you're working a defensive position, especially late stage defense, you've got to remember that your success rate is always going down the later your defense goes, okay? And it goes, sometimes depending on how fast the lock goes on, it goes from 40% likelihood of success to like 2%. And that's just the name of the game, you know, that's just how we, it's part of the conditions of doing jiu-jitsu. So you defend until you can't anymore. And the leg lock, as with a lot of other positions, most other submissions in jiu-jitsu, remember, in your training, in your practice, as you get to a point where you can't deal with it anymore, you've got to tap. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? We're all training, looking to get better, trying to improve. You want to live to fight another day so that you can come back and work a little bit more. It's not worth trying a defense with someone who's going 1,000% and they're looking to take your foot off while you're trying to learn the intricacies of the escape. Okay, that can be a recipe for disaster. You have to have the right sort of partner to work these late stage defenses, and you've got to be smart about it, okay? So hopefully this was helpful for you. You can go to work doing a little bit of defense, and we've got some things down below we're working on. We'll see you soon. Thanks.